Okay, 34 million views. Can you see that right there? Since October 25th. But look at these top comments. It says, why is YouTube hiding this from trending when it's the #1 most watched video? Imagine how many more views there would be if YouTube actually listed the video. I typed in YouTube search Joe Rogan Trump, and this video never popped up.
Man, they are censoring. They're censoring it. It's Trump. They're censoring Trump because of the comments on the video that they're saying is being censored. And they're commenting on it because it's just YouTube didn't put it out enough. They didn't, YouTube isn't putting the video out hard enough. Censorship right there. That's how that goes. Jeez Louise. We're gonna get into it. I am Brentley, and this is the Punk Apostate. Let's go. Now, I didn't watch any of this yet. I got as far as just that one clip. It was very, very early on. The video is titled, YouTube is censoring Rogan and Trump. Rogan is the top. Rogan is the top podcast or YouTube channel on YouTube, as far as I understand. But it's censoring Rogan and Trump. And then here's why it's demonic. Because of course, it's censorship and it's demonic because Kap Chatfield, whatever, is a cartoon of a fundamentalist clown. I mean, it's unbelievably hilarious. Everything is a conspiracy with this dude, and everything is like not only a conspiracy, but like demons are just everywhere and witchcraft and all this stuff. And everybody, there's all these agendas and everything. Oh my God. It's like a child. It's like a child that had zero media training, just had the internet dropped on him, and he got like millions of subscribers, and now he's making stupid people out of everybody that follows him. That's what it is.
You guys, this is bad.
This is bad. See what I mean about the toddler thing? It's like a child. This is bad. It's bad, man. Like, it's not good.
Really bad. And I'm going to show you why this whole situation regarding the Donald Trump, Joe Rogan interview. By the way, the interview itself, I loved. I watched the whole thing. I thought it was great. But what you're going to see happen right now with YouTube.
That's surprising, huh? He's like, I actually loved the conversation with Trump. It's just crazy. It's weird. I don't know why, but I loved it. Something about it made me feel all good and tingly inside. It's like I'm in a cult. That's what it is. I'm in a cult. I'm actually in a couple, but they overlap at this, the middle there.
And how YouTube seems to be actively censoring this video is not only going to possibly be election interference,
oh my good God.
It's
okay. We're starting early, aren't we? We're just already starting with the election interference, because the video where Trump was interviewed by Joe Rogan, like one of the biggest podcasts ever, wasn't as pushed out by the YouTube algorithm as they think it should be. That's election interference. Are you fucking kidding? Wow, dude.
Also, unreal. Absolutely a plan from the devil. I'm going to share some scripture at the end.
And that's the plan from the devil. Is the devil's going to slightly make it not as popular or something. Not as, just not.
To make that point, but check this out. So I'm looking at, here's the actual interview here.
Okay.
Of Joe Rogan and Donald Trump. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
You have powerful JRE.
But it's censored on YouTube. It's there, but it's not there like enough.
His account, 17.9 million subscribers, which is an insane amount of subscribers. Crazy. But look at what's happening. This video in just 3 days has amassed 34 million views. Okay, 34 million views.
Okay.
Can you see that right there?
Yeah, I can see it. Look at that. It's a lot.
October 25th. But look at these top comments. It says, why is YouTube hiding this from trending when it's the #1 most watched video?
They're hiding it from trending. Just a little section that's in YouTube that I'm pretty sure, isn't that like judged entirely by the algorithm? I don't know how it works exactly, obviously, but like, what the and it's just like such an obvious like the first letters number are 69. This dude's a fucking troll. He's got the troll like frog face. Are you kidding me, man?
Imagine how many more views there would be if YouTube actually listed the video. I typed in YouTube search Joe Rogan Trump, and this video never popped up.
Well, it must be a conspiracy then, because this is clearly the only time that Joe Rogan and Trump have ever been in the same video, those words in the same video ever. This is the first time, you know? So it's great. They're hiding it.
YouTube is throttling. How is this not number one trending? 33 million views in 2 days is crazy. Okay, let me show you this.
Hey, if you all enjoy this kind of stuff, reacting to FundyTube and other stuff like that, if you want to like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. You know, it just helps it just helps fight this evil algorithm that's clearly censoring stuff. And I think, I think the demons are actually censoring our show by not putting it in the trending. You know, that's what it is. This is a demonic agenda that's against us, right? Because, well, I don't know why, but because I would think the demons would love us, but like they don't put us out. So I don't know. If you want to like and subscribe, share the show, tell your friends about it, that'd be awesome. I'd appreciate it.
I want you to understand how much the powers that be are working overtime to make sure that you are not getting proper information, especially regarding the election. But
no, that's you. You're the power that makes sure everybody doesn't get the correct information. That's you, buddy. My goodness, everything you say is a fallacy of some sort, and always tied to the grand conspiracy. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Well, the entire planet's in on it. I don't know. That's what that is. It's the grand conspiracy. It just grows and grows and grows. There's no goalposts. No, there's not. Just get that out of there.
Could it be even worse in the future? I think there could be a case for that, especially when it comes to spiritual things.
Oh,
let's look this up. Joe Rogan Trump. Couldn't be simpler for someone to search, right?
Yeah, I know. Maybe it's just that he's mentioned Trump like 1.5 million other times or something. I don't know. Jesus Christ.
I'm going to click this. Let's go to the homepage of YouTube. Look at this. Google owns YouTube, by the way. YouTube is a search engine owned by another search engine. These people have
YouTube is a search engine? No, it's not. It's a social media site that like makes it so you can make your own video. You're using it right now. I'm using it, and you're using it too. Like you made your video. Now I'm making my video to respond to your video. Welcome to fucking you. That's how YouTube works, dude. Like it's not a search engine. What the fuck are you talking about? Like you can't go to YouTube and search stuff and be like, have websites and shit come up. That's not how it works. Does he not know what? Okay.
These websites dialed in to make sure that you're going to get the top result for exactly what you're looking for. And so here you can see on the screen, we're scrolling through with these 3 keywords, and you don't see that full interview anywhere.
Well, the full interview? What do you mean? Like but we got the top 10 moments. I think that this might have more to do with the fact that people don't watch long form content like that very often. But look at all the highlights. If they were literally trying to throttle this or whatever, if that's the right term, I don't know. But if they were trying to shadow ban it or whatever, or hide it, why would they allow all these people to cover it and have that come up right away? It's not like it's being hidden at all. All of these, look, there's clips from Jesus Christ. But he's like, but they didn't show the full 2-hour one, the 4-hour one, whatever. Nobody ever watches because that's an insane amount of time to have to sit and watch a fucking conversation with 2 just annoying people, if you ask me.
You have JRE clips.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. Why is it that why are the clips there if they're hiding it, man?
You have the Young Turks. You have First post, whatever
the
the heck.
Young Turks. I mean, that proves that it's all very leftist, because that's who controls YouTube, are the leftists.
That is JRE clips again. The
And
daily
just the clips again from the conversation that you're saying they're trying to hide. But yeah, whatever, you know.
signal. You have CNN, for crying out loud. You don't even
Oh my
have
God, you have CN fucking N. Oh, what is happening? This is, for crying out loud. CNN. Get the fuck. What is happening? This is so censored. There's a conspiracy. Demons.
the full episode. Where is the full episode?
Click the fucking thing. Like, go to, oh my God. I bet, like, just go to Joe Rogan's site or whatever, man. Nobody watches the full one. That's why it's not up there, dude. You got a ton of the clips from it, though, man. It's the same problem. Like, this is exactly why I'm trying to make like clips of the show, because nobody sits here for like an hour and a half to watch a live video. Like this, they don't do that because it's like too fucking long. Nobody has that much time. It's that there's competition for time. That's what this is.
This video has gotten 35 million views in the past 3 days. Why is it not on the top of this search on YouTube?
Jesus Christ, dude, they will just make anything a conspiracy. It's not that it's not there. He literally puts YouTube is censoring Rogan and Trump in the top. And it's like, it's not that it's not there. That's what censoring would be that YouTube's like, nope, not allowed to see it. Not allowed to have it on the website. That's not what's happening at all. It's just not as front and fucking center as he wants it to be. And that means that demons are controlling, leftists are controlling YouTube, are controlling Google, are controlling whatever the fuck.
You tell me. You tell me in the comments why.
I am telling you, you're acting like you're not hearing me or something. It's obnoxious, actually, man.
It's not there. And by the way, beyond political preference, what I want to do in this video is I want to expose to you right now how the
Please don't expose anything like to us right now, man. It could be, you know,
powers that be are not incentivized to give you the right information. They're not incentivized to make sure that you're going to actually seek out the information that you want.
Seek out the information that you want. That's so funny that he listened to that. Listen to how he just like he totally like flipped it on himself. Just like basically just proved himself wrong right then. Listen.
Oh, the powers that be are not incentivized to give you the right information. They're not incentivized to make sure that you're going to actually seek out the information that you want.
You're not getting the information that you are seeking out, you know, that you want. Like, yeah, because the information that you're trying to seek out is bullshit, dude. That's why. And the funny thing is that isn't even why it's like not coming up or whatever. It has nothing to do with it. But because misinformation actually does spread a lot faster than actual information. I think because of confirmation bias and people just what's the desire bias, like people just want to believe things that are in line with whatever their beliefs are. And so most of the time you have people like this guy where all of their beliefs are false because and are just whatever the misinformation version is of all the information out there, because they're just a big desire bias machine, to the point of being like, oh no, I'm at some point when I die, I'm going to an amusement park in the sky, and all the people that I don't like and disagree with, they're all going to be tortured for all eternity. I decide that's what I have decided to think in my head is something that is actually true, because they don't care about reality. Like, truth doesn't mean anything to them. Truth is whatever they've just already decided is true in that corresponds with their religious beliefs that, again, they have just decided are true. It's not based on any evidence. It's not based on any kind of like reasonable epistemology at all. It's all just based off of like what aligns with what I'd like to believe, and that's it. That is what determines if it's true or not. But God damn, and it's crazy that this guy has such a huge following with how dumb he is.
And my friends, they have been doing this for years.
For years? What? Doing what? Not making things as popular as you think they should be. Not putting it, the YouTube not putting it out as hard as you want, and so that's censoring, and they've done that for years. My goodness, how's everybody doing? Doing okay? You feeling all right? It's Tuesday. We're making our way. We're making our way through the week. Okay, so we're doing all right. Who won today? Let's see. Ember won. Hey, all right. Hey, Ember, how you doing? Let's see. Who got two? Oh, and Gisela was second. All right. Cool. Hell yeah. And Blood Badger was third. All right. Wow. Got like a non-member in the top 3. That's crazy. It's usually all members. Where's James at? Did James even show up today? Oh, there he is. Okay. No, we're good. All right. James made it. And so did Michael. All right. How's it going, man? The Devil Wears Prada and orange makeup. That's right. Both things are worn by the devil. But yeah. Let's see. Here we go.
They've been doing this for years. Why?
Oh. Wolfos is here too. What's up, dude? Said, well, hello there. Well, hello there. That's how you said it, right? As in, just, Wolfos said, YouTube utilizes a search engine for the streaming platform. That's how the algorithm works too. Wait, what? Okay, YouTube utilizes a search engine for the streaming platform that it is. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Oh, I see what you said. Yeah, there is a search engine within the program, but it's not. I wouldn't consider it a search engine itself, right? Like it's not for finding other websites and stuff. Like it's just for finding videos from its own platform. But yeah, I think I see what you're saying. Ember said the interview is eclipsed by the clips. It's eclipsed. Yeah, that's that's funny. I like that. Well, it said there's probably a link in the description of all those videos. Oh yeah, that's a good point too, because that's they're showing clips and they're like, here, you can go back and watch the whole thing. But again, nobody fucking wants to sit there and watch 3 hours of somebody talking to Trump. What a nightmare. That's on repeat in hell. If there were a hell, that's on repeat there, dude. That's terrible. That's just a nightmare. Let's see, Mr. Idiotic. What's up, dude? All right. They care about truth. They care about what they've already, their interpretation of whatever truth is, which is just their religion. That's it. It seems to be. That's what truth means to them. And that's it. Misinformation would be a great channel name. Misinformation. Yeah, that's got to be. Is that not one? All right, we got to search that. That's got to be a channel already.
Why do you think that they would be pushing down this video so that you can't see it? I'm going to go back again just to show you the full video. Here's the actual video.
Again, they're not. It's the clips are all over the place, but
35 million views in 3 days.
Okay, then how is it censored? How can in your own argument that it's being censored, it's also the massive amounts of clicks that it's got in millions, and you're like, and that's in your argument of why it's being censored. Are you what are you doing, dude? How can you sit here and say that it's got millions of clicks and views, and also that means it's being censored? You gotta be you gotta be a delusional idiot. I don't even know how you can do this. It's insane.
It's got 1.7 million likes. Like, are you kidding me?
It's got and that means it's censored.
Ratio is insane.
Are you thinking it? Is he think? Wait a second. Maybe that means that I'm wrong about all this. If it's that popular, then no, it can't be. I'm going to decide that it's being censored.
I really want you to share this video with somebody, especially if they're on the cusp of voting the other way.
Well, hello there, misinformation. How you doing? Little misinformation is what you. That's awesome.
And the reason why is because this has actually nothing to do with being an avid Trump supporter or being a right-leaning person or voting Republican all of your life.
It kind of does, man, because y'all just seem to find y'all just seem to find any fucking excuse to cry about being treated unfairly. Even though y'all are typically the most privileged goddamn people in the fucking country. Just out the gate, just in general,
This has nothing to do with that. This has to do with, I hope your eyes are being open to the reality that there are people, there are organizations and entities, and I would go as far to say there is a spirit trying to ensure that you do not get the truth. Why? Why are they so afraid? Why are they so afraid of you watching this interview?
If nobody is, it got millions of views, you fucking weirdo.
He is as bad as they say he is, if he is as evil as he say he is, if he is the next Hitler, if he is rallying up Nazis.
He literally is, man. Like, have you, oh my gosh, he literally had Kanye West and a literal fucking Nazi meet with him at the White House. And he had to be like, well, Kanye West is a rapper, I think, but like the other guy, I don't know who he is. I don't know. He just happened to be there and we let him into the White House and I met with him and everything, but I don't know who he is. That random people can just sort of show up in meetings with me because I'm the president. That's just what always happened. But I don't know. Jesus Christ, man. He is rallying fucking Nazis. Are you nuts? We know this for a fact. He also got people so riled up with bullshit misinformation that I'm sure you think is what you would define as truth, in order to get them to lose their fucking minds and go in and take over the Capitol building, beating the cops with Blue Lives Matter flags and shit. Okay, if he's really as bad as they say he is, dude, we're just saying what he's done and what he said. We don't have to make anything up. He presents all of the evidence himself. It's really not difficult to just pull it out. The thing is y'all will sit there and just, I don't see it. I don't see it. What did he say? What evidence? No, I'm not seeing the evidence. It's not that. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. That evidence is probably because of the giant global cabal that is the Illuminati. Okay, that is ran by the synagogue of Satan and whatever Jesus Christ.
If he is who he says he is, why would they not allow you to just look at?
If he is who he says he is, okay. I think you messed up, man. You meant something anyway.
Content. Wait, the next Hitler. If he is rallying up Nazis, if he is who he says he is, why would they not allow you to just look?
I know he messed up. I always I get worried. Like, did I hear it wrong? Or he's a fucking idiot. He's like, if he is who he says he is, okay. So I guess he's not Trump then.
Look at the content and allow you to come to that conclusion yourself.
Yeah, that's it. That's what you want. You want people to look at the evidence and come to conclusions. That's that's just what you want to pretend is what why you come to conclusions. It's just amazing that all of the evidence that tends to confirm his bias all happens to be that misinformation stuff that gets censored all the time because they're censoring it because it's the truth, not because it's a bunch of bullshit that gets people riled up and everything.
I want to share with you some other things that are happening in the mainstream news right now that really motivate me for my mission, man. My mission is pretty simple: to take back media from the devil and to reveal the glory of God on every glowing screen, because the Bible says that the devil is the prince of the air.
Oh,
he's the lower.
And what flies through the air? Television waves, man. Radio waves, internet waves. Do they have those? Is that a thing? I don't know.
Case G God, who's actually in control of everything on the earth. And now you're starting to see. I hope you're.
Hey, Nancy, how we doing? What's up?
Eyes are starting to see that there's absolutely a spiritual battle at play. Watch this. These 6 corporations run all of the media that you and I consume. All the main.
I love this. Well, those said was it disinformation demons? Are they in the room with us now, little buddy? And he'd be like, yes, they are. They are in the room with us right now, because that's how magical and undetectable monsters are. They're everywhere that they might be, because that's how it goes. Okay.
Mainstream media. Okay. You got GE, News Corp, Disney, Viacom, Time Warner.
What's up, man? Like I said, what's up, punkists? That's right. That's our philosophy is punkism. And it's just a branch of funism that's really also kind of under the umbrella of absurdism, but it's it's all relative anyway.
And CBS, and these people, they own all of the channels, they own all of the They own all of the
I
network.
remember these like doing this whole conspiracy walk down that like, you know, businesses own other businesses, and then it all gets back to like 5 businesses that control everything, and that's how they decide all information, dude. Okay, and that's it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of monopolies and stuff. This is America, right? Like where our whole thing is fucking capitalism, and this is what happens during, you know, at the latest of stages of capitalism. Is yeah, it ends up being taken over by like just a few companies. Anyway,
works. It's an illusion of choice. It's an illusion of choice. So when you see all these coordinated efforts from
an illusion of choice. I mean, we could get into that conversation. I do think. I mean, I'm actually kind of impressed that he's talking about the illusion of choice, which is, you know, determinism, really. And he says, "Wait, what? That's not what he's. Oh, that's not what he's. Oh, never mind. I guess he's. You sure? He said the illusion of choice. What else could that? Okay, yeah, Kevin's saying it's not.
These mainstream news sources about Trump being this or that or whatever. You better believe that it's not like, oh, it's all these free thinkers that are seeing the same thing and coming to the same conclusion. Could it be that it's all coordinated?
Oh, yeah, there we go. It's all coordinated. That's right. It's all being controlled. There is no news that is positive about Trump. There's nothing out there at all that exists that you know has that just says Trump is the greatest thing ever all the time. There's just none of that. All there is a controlled media that says that Trump's like bad. There's no such thing as right-wing media at all.
Could it be that it's all coordinated from the top down, and these people who own all of these outlets are making sure that you are getting the media and the information and the narrative that they want you to get?
It's just, and this is so manipulative to like people that don't have the best understanding of like media literacy. You know, like there are ways to like, you know, check sources and things like that. It's not actually that difficult. You can go check things if you want, man. But like this mentality of like they're controlling everything. Everything is like you're only seeing what these bad people will allow you to see. The fucking Matrix, whatever. You know, it's just so I don't know why it's so alluring to people that don't understand how anything works for some reason. It's so easy to manipulate people into thinking that way, that they and I think it's a lot of like protecting their mind from you know, conclusions that they don't want to come to. And so in order to do that, they can just say that whatever they don't want to think isn't true, and that's just part of the quote unquote mainstream narrative, and then they can just reject it, right? Which allows them to keep on believing these silly nonsensical beliefs about, you know, their religion being true and the apocalypse is coming just any second now. And Trump's actually the good guy that's actually fighting for the freedom of the country. And you know, all the bad guys are trying to silence him. And he's, you know, there's a cabal of child trap, whatever, you know, all these fucking weird things that they can throw in because they have to figure out a way to make the bad guys the good guys and the good guys the bad guys. And in order to do that, you kind of have to just do this whole fucking delusional, like everybody's lying, whatever, great conspiracy shit, you know?
Here's what I want to tell you before we jump into the rest of these videos that
Please tell me, you know, you can just say it.
I want to show you. If you're tired of buying,
oh God,
from companies that are,
he also has a company that I guess he either works with or created or something, where you can buy household products that aren't woke, because you don't want them fucking that fucking woke shit. Okay, you want hateful bigot products. Okay, you want products made for white people, by white people, for white people. Okay, that's what you want. And the white Christian people too, I guess. That's fine. We'll throw that in there too. But yeah, and so he does this thing where I'm sure they just buy products from woke companies and then rip that label off and then slap a new label on that says not woke. We actually, you know, white pride or something. I don't know. They slap that on there and then sell that stuff. to these fucking geniuses that believe in the grand conspiracy, and it causing them to spend 3 times as much, I'm sure, on like a fucking bottle of bleach or something. You know, those looks like that's what's happening here. I don't know.
Really actually owned by the same 3 companies, State Street, Vanguard, BlackRock, that are the majority owner of over 80% of the companies in the S&P 500, and also are controlling the media. I want to tell you that you can slow the bleeding. You can stop funding these big, giant, elitist companies that are promoting all of this junk
by supporting the billionaire for president. That's how you do it. You support the billionaire, and that's how you get away from those elitists. Yeah, those elitists that just think they're better than everybody. You got to support the billionaire for president, who will do everything to make it so that billionaires get everything they want. That's how you go against elitism. For fuck's sake, man.
That are suppressing the truth. And you can do that. You can make a significant difference just by simply switching some of your
Switch with Kap. Okay, go fuck yourself.
Shopping every single month.
Right, can we get
companies and feeding the bottom line
right,
stuff, but get learn more. Go to switch, but learn more by.
Oh my God. Okay, thank you. Jesus Christ, that was a long fucking ad for his like buy everything through me.
Back to this. I want you to see this, because this was just a rally that happened the other day. I'm gonna get some scripture. There's gonna be a lot of scripture that I want to point out. 3 verses specifically that I want you guys to pay attention to.
So what was the neo-Nazi rally?
Because what we're seeing happen right now is absolutely demonic. It's spiritual. It's not just political. But let me continue to lay out for you what's happening. So Trump just did a rally at Madison Square Garden the other night. And by the way, record-breaking attendance. The entire arena was packed in New York City, of all places.
Yeah, New York City. What, one of the most jam-packed. Have you ever been to fucking New York? You can't walk down the street. You got to like dodge people. You go, oh, I'm sorry. Can I get between these 2 people? I'm actually going to that place. It's 4 feet away. I can't really get. You guys are all in the way. Oh my God. Can we just? Okay, I'm sorry. And you're hitting 4 fucking people, and you're just trying to open the door to the Starbucks because they're just standing out fucking side because the sidewalks are just completely packed. Yeah, there tends to be, they'll pack places, man. If anybody goes to New York, and plays these shows like Madison Square Garden, it's like it gets packed out all the time. Anyway,
thousands of people inside of the arena, and if I'm not mistaken, I think there was about 75,000 people who are also waiting outside.
Oh, so it's like not only was it packed out inside, there was also just a huge crowd of people just. Doing the trunk, the whatever you call it, they're like tailgating. They're tailgating it outside. They're tailgating. They actually would tailgate the fucking like it's a sports ball thing or whatever.
Crazy packed. Now listen to what MSNBC.
I wonder who said that. He's like probably reading a Trump tweet or something, or a truth. I'm sorry, a Trump truth that says like, there were even all these people out, so you can basically double the number that Madison Square Garden can hold because of the outside people, and that's a Trump truth
to say about this rally.
But that jamboree happening right now, you see it there on your screen, in that place is particularly chilling because in 1939, more than 20,000 supporters of a different fascist leader, Adolf Hitler, packed the garden for a so-called pro-America rally. A rally where speakers voiced anti-Semitic rhetoric from a stage draped with Nazi banners. When a Jewish protester rushed the stage, the Associated Press reported, quote, instantly, a dozen or more stormtroopers set upon him, knocking him down and beating him as he held his head in his arms.
That didn't happen at the event, by the way. What they're doing is they're doing
what didn't happen? The Nazi rally didn't happen at the event. Are you sure? Hold on. I think maybe I heard that wrong or something, because that's what the news reported, that the Nazi rally happened at the same time as the Trump. Are you fucking dumb, man? Did you just hear what your own clip just said? Like, you picked this clip and you're like, that's not the Trump rally wasn't actually a Nazi rally from 1939. Like, no shit, fucking, what are you doing, man?
Ever they can in a last ditch effort.
Unreal.
To make Donald Trump and his supporters, which by the way is like a massive variety of different people, which is so ironic to me. When you look at the Jewish,
Yeah, that's that's just a huge. It's just a very diverse coalition of white people.
the Jewish population and how much they are coming out for Trump right now, it's insane. You have a bunch of Muslim leaders.
Okay. Just stop. Wolfo said, Captain Disney and and Professor WB are a duo from the 90s that have worked their way up to the Illuminati chain to help from the cabal against the conservative Republican Christians. Fact checked by Jesus Trump. That's right. That's where you get your fact checking from. Is that sounds like something they would say too, but that was like dead on.
In Michigan, openly standing up for Trump. It's like, it's comical. It's comical how they're making this crazy comparison.
The guy that literally met with somebody that was praising Hitler on the Alex Jones show, literally embarrassing Alex Jones, a person, as far as I thought, functionally incapable of embarrassment, was embarrassed by the guy. He did have his face covered, so he was probably kind of embarrassed too. Trump met with that guy at the White House, and a guy that everybody knows is an actual fucking Nazi. Like, I don't know, like, why does he get all the Nazi support, right? Why does he get the, all the KKK, like, currently the KKK support is for Trump and everything. White supremacists, like, support Trump. Like, that's just a fact, man. You could sit there and try to say that that's not happening, but it is literally a fact that those folks like Trump and they support him. Y'all's whole like rallying cry is fucking like brown people are coming from other countries and they're invading our country and yada yada. Like, that's all Trump talked about, like at the debate and everything. Like, that's all they've got is be scared of people that aren't white and aren't Christian and aren't straight. That be afraid of them. They're bad guys. They're evil. It's exactly in line with the type of rhetoric that they're talking about. Now, I do think it's a little weird that MSN. There's sometimes like I'm just like, okay, MSNBC, like, what are you doing? I get it. Like, they I feel like they always just kind of push things a little bit to a strange degree, but they're still not wrong at the end of the day, because he absolutely is supported by the worst of the fascists out there.
But I thought these people were arbiters of truth. I thought these people just wanted to give you and me a common sense commentary on what's happening.
What are you saying? Like, they didn't lie. You are misunderstanding.
People who run these organizations, they are super well intentioned, right? I want to show you this.
What, buddy? Dude, can you? What, man? Why did it take so long for you to do that?
Here's a clip.
So do you feel like
James O'Keefe did an expose. Here you have an undercover journal. Actually, this guy is he's one of the producers at MSNBC, and he's going to flat out tell you how MSNBC is literally being used as a propaganda machine for the Democratic Party. Here's what's wild. I'm going to show you this, and there's going to be people who you're going to share this with friends and family, and they're still not going to want to listen to what he's saying. They're going to want to plug their ears. They want to close their eyes, and they're not going to want to receive the truth.
I mean, but like, what? So what? And so if we found the same thing for Fox News, if we found some executive for Fox News saying how stupid all of the people are that like Fox News or that watch Fox News and say they're all brainwashed and all this stuff, does that mean like all this other, like, does that mean anything other than that person just calling their own viewers dumb or whatever? Like I said, like MSNBC is like a very far, like it's a very, as far as I can tell, like it's kind of like a Fox News, but for the left, not the left, I would say for the liberals, right? Like they're the Democrats, what's the word? Like the liberal, like, what do you call it? The establishment liberals, it's that sort of thing. It's not even the left, it's just a liberal propaganda channel. Like, it just is. I feel like we all know that. I don't watch MSNBC. I don't think it's, and I always take everything that they report with a grain of salt, but they're nowhere near as full of misinformation as fucking Fox was. You know, I mean, they literally got sued, but because like for billions, because they spread lies about the election being stolen, because they just had to support the crazy fascist nutbag, the fascist dude that they have to support. And so and that got them sued for billions, and they ended up having to fire Tucker Carlson, who was their most watched host. Like anyway, but
from the horse's mouth himself. But listen, you because you want to listen to truth, because you are willing, I want you to listen to what he says, and it's going to shock you how open he is about.
And it's going to shock you how just open he is. What their real intention is.
So do you feel like MSNBC is doing enough to help the Harris campaign?
I mean, they're doing all they can.
Meet Basil Hamden, a writer and producer for MSNBC's weekend show, Iman. Basil also reveals that, quote, what her message of the day is their MSNBC's message of the day.
What have they done to help the Harris campaign?
Amplify her message. What her message of the day is their message of the day.
Hamden revealed that MSNBC is...
He's shaking his head. Can you believe that? The Democratic Party's message for their candidate for president is also the message of MSNBC. Can you believe that? That is just... He's like literally like, that should not be. That should not be. Only us are allowed to do that. Only Fox News and OAN and Newsmax and all those fucking people. They're the only ones that are allowed to do this, but not MSNBC.
The Democratic Party's mouthpiece and is doing anything to get Kamala elected. Hamden says,
Kamala.
This news network is indistinguishable from the Democratic Party.
So is MSNBC just like doing whatever it takes to get Kamala elected?
Yes. It hammers home the point that I'm making, that this news network is indistinguishable from the party.
Are they just the Democratic Party's mouthpiece?
Exactly.
MSNBC is the Democratic Party's mouthpiece.
Yeah.
So what? And Fox News is the Republican Party's mouthpiece. What the fuck is going on, dude? What is this? Are you seriously? Look at his face. Like, oh my God, I can't believe they said it. They said it, that this channel basically just says everything the Democrats want them to say. This is crazy, man. Holy shit. Oh man. Like, and Fox News does the same fucking thing on the opposite side of the aisle. We all know. How are you just now figuring this out? Man, this is so dumb.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yes.
Basil calls MSNBC.
Dude, this is cloud world. Here's the scary thing.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are clown world. Yes, sir. That you just are fine. You're just now figuring out like the most basic shit. It's ridiculous.
Scary thing is that there's going to be people who hear that, and they're gonna like be like, oh no, it's not really what it is.
Viewers.
No, I'm fine. No, you're so dumb. Yeah, that's it. We're saying that they're not the mouthpiece for the Democratic Party. No, we're saying no. That is it. And that's fine, and has always been. Ever since Ronald Reagan repealed the fair news doctrine, and that's why now we have this Fox News reporting some shit over here, and MSNBC reporting this other stuff over here with two very, very different slants. And that's just how it goes, man. It's obnoxious, I know, but there are actually ways to absorb like objective news if you know what you're doing. You can get stuff like I use that ground news or whatever, which I still feel like at times it kind of gives I don't know, it kind of legitimizes bullshit sometimes, because it's trying so hard to be objective that it gives like equal whatever say to both sides. So that is a little bit annoying, but it's still doing its best to appear, to be like objective. It says like, hey, the left is reporting this, the right is reporting this, the right isn't reporting this over here, and the left isn't reporting this over here. The centrist whatever sources are reporting this over here, and it's actually not bad. It was like what, 30 something. No, I don't. They're not a sponsor, by the way, but I think it was like $30 something for the year, and it's proven to be pretty cool. I actually use it quite a bit. But my point is, yeah, there are fucking channels that are mouthpieces for the political parties, and both of them have that. It's just one of them has been sued more times than ever, and have literally had to say in their lawsuits, Fox News has had to say they are not news. They are news commentary, pretending to be news, right? And so they're literally, I don't know if MSNBC says the same thing, but they probably could, right? Because that's how this goes. And Fox, but they've literally said, like, that, you know, if people are stupid enough to believe what we say on Fox News, well, that's their problem. They do the personal responsibility. Take some personal responsibility for believing the bullshit that we say is true. That's your fault for believing it, bucko. Okay, how don't you just like figure out how to think, for Christ's sake? Jesus, you know, get some media literacy. We lie. Get over it. You know, like Fox News literally said that shit, and yet here he is going. You know, MSNBC admitted that they're a mouthpiece for the Democratic Party. It's fucking to say, Jesus Christ, man.
Brainwashed, and states that MSNBC made their
Yeah. The right is not there. There's no MAGA people that are brainwashed at all.
viewers dumber over the years.
Viewers get mad at the guests or the host if the host were to criticize Democrats. They've made their viewers dumber over the years. I think brainwashing and dumbing down
It's bad.
aggressive
I get it.
helps Trump.
And when she's delivering
All right,
It's
let
what he
me
said.
let me show you.
He said that the brainwashing and stuff that was clearly taken out of context, it seems, because he said the brainwashing helps Trump. What do you think what do you think he was referring to there? Was he referring to them brainwashing the people on the left? No, I don't think. I'd have to actually go back and look at the whole clip, but it's, you know, I'm seeing all this for the first time right now, so I don't know. But it's just funny that he took that clip and makes it like that's something the left does that the right does not do at all.
Be the actual
Jesus.
verses that show you how demonic this is. Okay, Second Thessalonians.
Okay, how are you guys doing, y'all? Y'all out there feeling good? Y'all want to talk? Let's go over some comments. Let's do that since you know, he's doing Bible time now. Which Ember, what's going on? So you have to watch, Tiny. Feel free to leave. Yeah, exactly. You know, that's what I'm saying. Lago said, yes, you are sad. Also, pathetic is a great word to describe you. I don't know who you're talking about, Cap. I hope you're talking about Cap. Are you guys talking about me? That's rude, okay? You're out here in my chat calling me pathetic. No, I'm just kidding. Like I said, Trumpers don't even realize his own speakers are tanking his campaign. I know. It's been quite funny. Like, it just seems like all of the choices that he's made, like, he could win this so easy. I feel like it's just like, but he's just managed to make every single bad decision from, you know, from his vice president pick to the people he has at his rallies and everything. Like, it's just insane. And now you got, did you hear the dude? Like, I think like I was just watching it on Maya. Maya was on Skeptic Haven last night, and they were talking about, they reacted to the rally, and this dude's like super racist, like stand-up comedy bits that he was trying to do, and it was just awful. I just, you know, and I love comedy. I will pretty much give just about anything a pass because of how much I like comedy. Not that I can't, you know, my God, right-wing stuff is just, wow, it's just so bad. It's just not relatable at all. It's like, okay, you're this is only relatable if you're a fucking asshole. I can't. It's so difficult to watch something like that, just because of how much I enjoy stand up typically. That shit just drives me fucking insane. Anyway, Mr. Anti-Idiotic said Trump is a fucking rapist based on what the fuck said about his daughter. Yeah, that shit is creepy, right? What the hell is that about? About his daughter and how he treats other women, and great victims come for that statement. Wait, I think you're talking about all the people that came out and said that he, and I think, what is it? It's like in the 30s or something. How many people have come forward? I can't remember the exact number. It's high. It's a high number. And none of that has happened with Kamala at all. It's crazy. It's crazy. You have a candidate that's not a rapist at all, or not even accused of being one. It's wild. But anyway, we had Ember said, in fairness, I'm just now figuring out how good cheesecake is. It is phenomenal. All right. It's really, really good. Pretty much anything with cheese, with the cheese icing or the cream cheese icing, phenomenal. That's just like my new favorite thing. I'll just get muffins anywhere that they have cream cheese. Like right now, there's one at Starbucks, and I didn't know this. Like I'm not a big pumpkin person or whatever, but I don't care about the pumpkin shit if they put that cream cheese frosting on top. You know what I'm saying? And there's a muffin that's got cream. Anyway, it's incredible. I don't know why we're talking about that. It's not really on topic, but it's all right. But Giselle said 200K subscribers left Washington Post after they wouldn't support a candidate. Nothing wrong with having a bias. Yeah, I mean, look, here's the thing about bias. We're all biased, right? That's just a fact, right? But you have to be able to be honest with yourself about your biases and like just check them. You know, like you got to know, like I know that I'm biased about certain things, and I'm gonna think something. You know, if I with a limited amount of information, I might think, you know, whatever I am likely to think based on that little bit of information. But I have to make sure that I keep reading the information to make sure that I'm not just confirming my own bias, right? Like if you are honest with yourself about wanting to know, like actually know true things, then this shouldn't be as big of a problem. The problem is these folks, like this guy, can't be honest with themselves because their whole bag is lying to themselves. I mean, to the point where they show up to a place once a week and wave their hands in the air and think they're like being tickled by a magic, you know, because they're lying to themselves that fucking hard. But they're like, everybody else is lying to themselves just as hard. So it's just like, we're all cool. You know, that's like their whole thing. And so it's real easy to translate that to literally any other kind of self-deception. I mean, to the point of like looking at like what they would call scholarship shit that's saying that creationism is actually way more scientific, really, you know, if you, you know, and have like fake websites that make it seem like creationism is scientific because that's how deep the self-deception goes, right? Because they will just look for information that confirms their bias to just an insane degree. And then they assume that everybody else is doing exactly that, you know, which is why to this type of stuff is compelling to this guy. Because he knows that he is just confirming his own bias just all the time. And so he assumes everybody else is doing that. And everybody can just decide what reality is, apparently, as long as you just save up all the fucking hits of what you'd like to think and ignore all the misses, you know? Anyway, it's crazy. It's crazy how all this shit works. Zilla said, seems like Tony had to run for the school bus. I don't know. Who's Tony? Where's Tony? I don't even, is that somebody in the chat? What's going on? I don't understand what's happening here. Al, what's up, dude? Al said, can't chat at the moment because I'm driving my truck. That's why he's a trucker. You know, that's what he does. His name's Al Trucker. Driving my truck over to the shop, but listening and curious about what the fuck is going on. I don't know. Honestly, I don't. Kap Chatfield's nuts. That's what's going on. He's a conspiracy psycho that thinks the demons are actually controlling MSNBC. Literally, that seems to be his point here. I can't really tell. And James said, "Yep, hell," which is how we address Al Trucker. Hell, for some reason. I'm not really sure. I feel like there's got to be a story behind that. And we'll get to it when Al isn't driving, because I don't want him to, you know, like crash and stuff. So stop, Al. Seriously, stop typing. You're driving, dude. Come on, man. You know we can't have accidents because of this. All right. I will never forgive myself. Okay. So eyes on the road, buddy. Eyes on the fucking road. Let's go. Come on.
It's 2:10. And with all unrighteous deception among those who perish because they did not receive the love of the truth.
Oh, the love of the truth, which is what they decide is truth, which is that their religion is just automatically true and has nothing to do with an evaluation of evidence or anything like that. It's just deciding that you think that it's true because you got to be loyal to your parents' religion. And anyway, but that's truth. That's how you measure it. Ember said, stating that we are all biased is your own confirmation bias speaking. Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'm going to have to double check on that.
that they might be saved. Now, I'm not talking about Trump being our savior. He's not at all.
Oh, good. I'm glad you just lost half your audience right there. They're like, wait, what? What the fuck? Trump's not our savior? I mean, he's like a sub-savior, right? He's like a savior underneath. He's like the next savior in line, right? Like you got Jesus, then Trump. I mean, he's a sub-savior, right? That's a thing. That's, right?
What I am saying is there is a spirit of lawlessness. It's the spirit of the Antichrist that's roaming the earth right now. And what that spirit wants to do is it wants to get you addicted to lies. It wants to get you addicted to a version of reality.
That's so fun. This is so ironic, dude. Like, how does he not? Like, religion is literally just being addicted to lies, dude. Like, that is exactly what religion is. That's what it does. That's what it's good for. It's just lying to yourself and telling yourself what you'd like to think, and believing it to the point of like tricking yourself into happiness and quote unquote joy or whatever. But it's not, obviously it's not real. You're just lying to yourself so much that you feel like you're, that it alters your mood and your perception.
That isn't real. Because then when the truth comes, the truth of the gospel comes, you've already seared your conscience. You don't really want it. Like, if you can't even accept the reality of what a woman is.
Oh God, just go fuck yourself. Everybody can accept the reality of what a woman is. You're the one that doesn't accept that reality, dude, because you need what the definition of a woman to be this very, very, small thing that isn't even consistent with its own definition. But anyway, James said, like, you've been a fucking, well, that's crazy. James said, I can't believe it's been 6 months, but hell yeah, me either. And you were like right at the beginning, I want to say. I think you were like either in the first month or the second month. So really, we've only been monetized it's been under a year. But man, it's been one hell of a year. You know what I mean? But that's awesome, dude. I seriously appreciate the membership. If y'all want to be a member, you get an extra live stream just about every week, and you get extra content. You get content early and stuff like that, And it's good to be a member. You should hit that join button. It's good. Jasper said, reminds me of FIFE. The other day he trolled a flirt like that. What? There is nothing like gaslighting. If you believe in it to be a thing, you're just crazy. I don't know what is that? I never can do the shorthand. Like whatever the fucking the letters that are supposed to represent, I'm putting them together in every way that's incorrect. So I don't know what FIFE is. So I'm sure it's really easy and I should see it, but I don't because it's just not, for some reason. So atheists don't know what a woman is, but they say the religious are delusional. Okay, so that now that we know what a woman is, it seems that y'all religious people, apparently you think that it's a rib, right? It's a rib. The women are from a rib, but yeah, because of the woman made of a rib that was convinced by a talking snake to eat a magical fruit. And that's why, God had to sacrifice himself to himself in order to convince himself to save the world from himself. But yeah, you're right. The other people you were talking about, those are the delusional ones that think that, a woman wasn't made of a rib and talking to snakes and shit, but whatever. Yeah, you got us, man. Boy, you got us. You nailed it. Jesus Christ. Fucking idiot.
Versus what a man is. How are you going to receive the good news of the necessity for forgiveness for your sin, that Jesus, the Son of God, came down from heaven to planet Earth to live the life that you could never live as a sacrifice for you and gave up his life on the cross?
Yeah, blood sacrifice. That's it. Yeah, just like a step away from like chucking virgins into fucking volcanoes. And you're like, if you can't even see that this is so obviously true, the blood magic human sacrifice shit, that's if you can't see that obvious fact of reality that we gotta have blood sacrifices and shit because of blood magic. Hello, blood is magical. Come on, and then you got to cannibalize the god because he said that's how you have to remember him, right? Because I guess you can't remember people unless you're pretending to eat them. And in a Catholic's position, there they think they actually are eating them. But you're right. Everybody else is delusional. Genius. What the fuck?
That you might be forgiven of your sin. How are you going to receive that if you can't even accept what's being said to you, like right in front of you? It's a spirit.
If I can't accept the blood magic nonsense, like how am I going to be able to what? It's funny how it's like he's making a case against himself for some reason. Like I swear, they think that the fucking their lack of understanding of like what it means to be a trans person, that is somehow like an ace in the fucking hole, and that means that the blood magic that God had to sacrifice himself to himself in order to convince himself to save the world from himself is just totally reasonable because of that fucking ace in the hole that they don't understand shit about,
Spirit of deception. It is demonic. 2 Timothy chapter 4 says, I charge you therefore before God and the Lord Jesus Christ, who...
Hold on. Jasper said FTFE is fight the flat earth. Got it. Flurf. Flurf. That's a great word. Flurf. Yeah, that's it. That needs to be a punk band. Not the Flurfs. Just Flurf. Just, hey, what's up? We're Flurf. We got a new song out and we're going to play it now. Yeah, that's right. We're Flurf. Sounds like what a prissy Christian fundy would call farting. Oh, I flirted. Did you hear that, Flurf? Oh my God, I'm sorry. It was the beans. I ate beans earlier. I was at a barbecue, and I'm so sorry. I flipped.
Will judge the living and the dead at his appearing in his kingdom. Preach the word. Be ready in season and out of season. Convince, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and teaching.
Yeah, I don't think they know. Giselle said, "Is it women we don't believe in?" Because I thought it was just any gods that we don't believe in. I know, it's crazy. It's like they're as if there aren't any Christian trans people, first of all, and there aren't any atheist transphobic people. Yeah, and there's both of those. So you kind of fucking, it's kind of messes up your whole thing there. But anyway, whatever, dude.
Time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but according to their own desires, because they have itching ears, they will heap up for themselves teachers.
That's because the itching ears. They didn't have that powder, they can put on stuff. So it gets rid of the itch. So it's actually really, it looks kind of silly when you use it. Probably should use like a gel or something, actually, if it's on your ears. You don't want white ears, whiter, I would say, actually. Mine are actually kind of pink. But anyway, you don't want that because it looks silly. But anyway.
And you know what? Some of the people that are it's like you go to these churches that Kamala Harris is being paraded.
PJ, what's up, dude? How you doing? So I love the word fundy. Let's watch some more fundy too. I know. I just discovered. Well, not just. I feel like it was like in the last couple of years. I never knew what the word fundy meant, and then that show kept coming up called Fundy Fridays on YouTube, and I swear I thought that it had something to do with their name, like they were the Fundies. They were like it's like the Bundys, but the Fundies. I don't know. And nope, nothing to do with that. It's just short for fundamentalists, which is pretty fun. But it's great too, because when you're looking stuff up, it's like a derogatory term for it. So if you put fundy in there, it usually means like it's an atheist or an agnostic or someone that doesn't believe, that sort of thing, describing someone that does, right? So it's kind of nice in that regard. Oh yeah, if you want to like and subscribe, that'd be awesome. If you like what I do here, I'd really appreciate all the likes and the subscribes if you want to keep on watching this sort of stuff. I do a lot of these, we just sort of hang out while we react to YouTube, or to FundyTube, actually. And so, yeah, if you want to like that, I'd really appreciate it. And subscribe. I'd appreciate that too.
And now she's like, she takes the pulpit and she's literally preaching in front of these people. You haven't seen those clips. Those are wild. What is that?
What?
It's
I'm sorry. I'm stopping him so often that I've lost track of what he said.
For sound doctrine, but according to their own desires, because they have itching ears, they will heap up for themselves teachers. And you know what? Some of the people that are it's like you go to these churches that Kamala Harris is being paraded at, and now she's like, she takes the pulpit and she's literally preaching in front of these people. You haven't seen those clips. Those are wild. What is that? It's people who will.
Yeah, it's not like the churches that have the fucking prophets. They will sit there and go, and strike, 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 and strike. Bring in African, whatever, fucking something from Africa to get this election won for Trump. But yeah, you're right. It's Kamala Harris that's the one using the pulpit to try to force a politician through or whatever, using completely defying the separation of church and state. No, yeah, that's it. It's the left. It's the Democrats that are doing that. It's not like there's a whole network called the Victory Network that's owned by Kenneth Copeland. That's basically entire goal is to be as propaganda-y, whatever it is, as possible to get Trump elected again, because he's just so great for those billionaire asshole fucking preachers that own their own planes and just complain of not having enough planes. That's what you call complaining. You know what I'm saying?
Turn their ears away from the
But can we scratch that? Scratch that last joke. That was awful. I'm sorry. I apologize. Let's cut that. Yeah, I didn't say that. That wasn't a joke I said.
truth and be turned aside to fables. People's hearts are literally being darkened because they don't want to receive the truth. Romans 1:18, for the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who suppress the truth in unrighteousness.
Yeah, that's it, man. It's everybody that doesn't believe your thing. It's because it's being suppressed by evil magical monsters. That's it. Yeah, the reason that you don't just believe the blood magic human sacrifice thing that I think is so special or whatever is because the undetectable invisible monsters are they're putting it in your brain to suppress it. This is obviously true, and you would know that if you didn't have the undetectable monsters just messing with your brain all the time. It's just, Jesus Christ, man, come out, actually think about what you're fucking saying here, dude. This is why I love or reacting to Funny Tube, because it's I swear they just make a bigger case against themselves than they realize. You know what I mean?
If I got to say it again, for those of you who want to clip this, and
I do, yeah, please go ahead, say it again.
Make something out of it.
Say it again, Sam. Say it again.
But that it's not. I'm not talking about Trump.
That was a really old reference. I don't think anybody got that. Let's say anyway. Where are we at here? Adam, what's up, dude? I said Alongo Mush. What? Alongo. Oh, got it. Musk. Yeah. Took me a second. Fucking what, man? Mush. I like that. That's was saying the Mango Mussolini. I like that one too. Can't talk. It's ridiculous. 1 billion claiming he's the victim is another level of BS. Yeah, no shit, right? My God, that poor billionaire. My God, his gold room just collects dust sometimes, and it's just what a pain to have a gold room that just gets, sometimes it gets dust. It's bullshit. You're a victim, right? That's just Jesus Christ. Jasper said, now that's a band name. Yeah. Adkisson, they slam immigrants while parading Musk and Melania on stage. Yeah, that's kind of he's got the support of the fucking troll billionaire, the richest person on the planet. It's just an asshole to literally everybody that doesn't just worship him, But yeah, they're the victims though, really. Jesus.
Being the savior. What I'm talking about is there is a spirit of deception that's trying to keep people from hearing the truth.
Drusilla said complaining. And if you want to do some complaining, right, just go to adamandeve.com. I've forgotten to do ads for this entire time. Go to adamandeve.com, enter that code word Brentley at checkout to get 50% off almost any one item. 6 free movies, 3 free gifts, and free shipping on the whole order. And you can complain as much as you want. You can send your like a plane in the air, just launching it for that end money shot thing or whatever. But go to adamandeve.com, enter that code word Brentley at checkout to get 50% off almost any one item, 6 free movies, 3 free gifts, and free shipping on the whole order. They have an incredible catalog of everything from BDSM to just really sexy lingerie and all the lubes and everything in between, right? So just check it out. They also have discreet packaging, which is nice, if you don't want everybody around you knowing what's being delivered to your house, including the delivery guy. That's, some people don't want that, but go to adamandeve.com and get your butt some stuff. Enter code word Brentley at checkout. All right.
And I would tell you, if there's anything in you that hears that and you're like, okay, you know what? Maybe this crazy guy on YouTube actually has a point.
No, you're just a crazy guy. At least you addressed yourself correctly in that one.
Maybe what he's talking about isn't complete nonsense.
No, it is. It is actually the nonsense.
You can look at the patterns and you can literally hear the guy, one of the producers of MSNBC, say it himself.
What? Say what? That they promote the Democratic Party? How fucking dumb are you? You didn't know that ahead of time? You needed somebody that worked there to say it. Really? Like, would this be a fucking earth-shattering bit of information if somebody said that about Fox News as well, that they're the mouthpiece for the Republican Party? Is that crazy?
And you can look at how this is openly being censored.
Absolutely not being censored. You can look at how it's being clipped to all goddamn hell, and as soon as you type it in to search for it, all those fucking clips come up. It's just people watch clipped stuff more than they do a full fucking interview. This is such a weird thing. My God, they just want to think what they want to think so bad. Holy shit. They're just always going to think that everything's unfair for them, and they will look for any fucking reason to say it, even if like part of his fucking argument was that the video that he's saying was censored got millions of views, and that's part of his argument as to why it's censored. It's completely fucking delusional.
And shadow ban. Maybe.
Yeah. What? No, keep going.
Maybe. The Democratic Party is actually the party most aligned with the Satanic Temple, which with their stance on abortion is 100% true.
What? They're the most aligned with the Satanic Temple, which is just like a non-theistic religion, in order to basically show basically just show conservatives and stuff like what religious privilege looks like. And every time they try to do a Christian thing where Christians get like special treatment from the government, the Satanic Temple comes out and goes, okay, cool. Then you can give us special treatment too then, right? Because we're a religion as well. And this country has freedom for all religions, not just Christianity. And that, and the Democratic Party is mostly aligned with that. Okay, yeah, because they actually respect the border between church and state. Yeah, so for that reason, yeah, sure, they are in alignment with the Satanic Temple, just an atheistic religion that's just basically there to make a point.
Maybe the Democratic Party is actually not just a political party, but is actually a hand of the spirit of the Antichrist spirit, wanting to create a one world agenda, a one world religion.
That would be so terrible, man. Just a one world, just getting along, no war and stuff. It's disgusting. That is evil, man. We got to be afraid of that. If people get along too much, well, then that'd be evil. That's bad. You can't have that.
Government blur the lines of national borders and even gender borders. It's literally it's the party of chaos.
And gender borders. What are gender borders, dude?
Is literally what you're saying. It's demonic. It's
demonic. There are undetectable, invisible monsters just causing all this havoc, man. They're like little gremlins, basically, but they're visible kind. Okay.
It wants to keep you from the truth, because the ultimate truth is this.
John 14:6.
John 14:6.
Oh.
Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me.
So, I mean, as long as somebody said it in a book forever ago, that means it's got to be truth, right? If David Koresh was like, I am the truth, and wrote it down, and we pointed, like, well, hey, now what do we do? Because David Koresh said he's the truth, right? And so apparently that's how we determine truth, is if somebody says it that we'd like to think is the greatest being of all in the universe or whatever. As long as you want to think that and they call themselves the truth, then everything they say has to be truth. Yeah, this is great. This is brilliant epistemology right here. That's a good epistemological standard to have right there.
My biggest prayer for you as you're listening to this and you're seeing this happen is you understand this is not a political battle. This isn't even just about.
Ember said, I'm a gender smuggler. It's like just going right over that border. That's right.
Oh,
an invasion.
People in these high places at the World Economic Forum and things like that.
Oh my God.
The Bible says in Ephesians 6 that we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
You got to stop eating all that lemon. You're drinking that lemonade right before you go live, dude. Man, it's just like, I get it. I do it. There's actually lemon in this. It messes you up, man. You got this whole just trail of fire that just comes up the throat, and then you just sound like that the whole time. It's terrible. It's terrible. I know.
But
You got to get some Tums. That's really the solution here.
Against principalities and spiritual rulers in the heavenly realms. You need to understand, if you don't get spiritual quick, if you don't start to understand, okay, man, maybe there is something more to this world than what meets the eye, you are going to get absolutely dominated by the spirit that is trying to take over right now. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, not your political party or your political preference. I'm talking to the conservatives and Republicans now. I love all of you guys, by the way. Democrat, Republican.
Sure. Yeah. You just think that like half of them are controlled by devils and shit. But yeah, that's it.
I'm giving you the truth because I love you, because I don't want you to get absolutely.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. So this is like probably a Jay Dwyer fan. Is that what it is? Can you justify your epistemology without being circular? What are you saying? Like, because we have to use logic and reason in order to, we can't, we have to presuppose that logic and reason, no, we have to have presuppositions in order to even have a conversation in the first place. So, I mean, you could say it's circular, but it's literally the best we've got. And you're literally saying that, hey, how do you justify knowing anything at all? Therefore, leprechauns, man, leprechauns are real because, how do you justify your knowing anything at all? You lose. Okay. You lose. If that's your argument for magic, is that, but hey, you can't use logic to prove logic works. So that's therefore leprechauns. Like, you serious, man? That's the fucking dumbest shit ever. It's that transcendental, philosophical whatever, where you it's just you're trying to make it going back on itself to the point where it's useless. So you're basically saying that all logic and reason is unreasonable to believe that it's reasonable, whatever. So it's just this is dumb. Okay, so you're just taking the rules and throwing them out the window. It's like a football player being like, why do we even have to have end zones? Why can't the end zone be right here? It's like, that guy loses. He loses because he's like, I don't like the rules. And it's like, well, that's the rules are the best we got. It's not perfect. And yeah, we have to do our best to come to reasonable conclusions based on evidence. But I don't even know what you mean by my worldview. I come to conclusions based on evidence. That's it. That's my fucking worldview. And I'm not convinced in an all-powerful magical being that nobody can demonstrate, and everyone seems to be different according to each individual person that believes in it. Because it's not like all y'all believe in the same fucking concept of what a god even is. And yet I'm supposed to be able to say that I know that everything that y'all each individually believe doesn't exist, when we can't even get really a coherent definition of what a god even is. But anyway, so I don't know what you mean by that, but that's my answer to the transcendental, as far as if that's what you're talking about.
Dominated by the devil, you should be dominating him. That you may be able
and if you want to be dominated by a she-devil and you want to have some toys to go along with it, maybe some handcuffs, right? Maybe you get chained to the wall, right? And so you want that, you get the ball gags. They got ball gags there, right? They got all sorts of stuff, man. And you can get chained up. They got bondage, all sorts of bondage stuff. And you can be dominated by the devil all you want, right? And it's fun, okay? They got strap-ons, all sorts of shit, okay? Go to adamandeve.com. Enter that code word Brentley at checkout to get 50% off almost any one item. 6 free movies, 3 free gifts, and free shipping on the whole order. Let's go to adamandeve.com. Enter that code word Brentley. That's right. Get your butt some stuff and stuff your butt. Okay. Here we go. Just a couple more minutes and we're going to wrap up.
to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. Therefore, take up the whole
spiritual. Wait, what? I never noticed that. It says against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. Wouldn't they be in the hellish places? Why are they in the heavenly places? Why are the hosts of wickedness in heavenly places? I don't know. That I feel like that feels like it kind of goes against their whole thing. Are they saying that the heavenly places are here on earth that are being taken over by the darkness? I don't understand.
full armor of God, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. So, ladies and gentlemen, my hope for you is that this would just be a little bit extra proof that there is absolutely
You don't know what proof is, dude. Just stop.
a spiritual battle at play. One,
This was your proof that there's invisible monsters that are fighting each other. That's your proof of that.
one side of the equation hates the truth, wants to squelch the truth wherever.
Squelch. Don't say squelch, dude. And if you want to squelch some stuff, just go to AdamandEve.com. You can just get squelched all you want. Just do tons of squelching. I don't know what that is, but it sounds sexual, right? Squelching. I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Wherever it can find the truth. And you know what that means? If you're a born again, Holy Spirit filled, Bible believing Christian, if this spirit takes over, that means it's coming for you. It's coming for the church. But that's why you and I need to get right with God,
Okay.
be filled with the power of the Holy Spirit, put on the armor of God daily, that we might stand up against the wiles of the devil. Because Jesus promised victory for his church. Not
Yeah, you do not sound insane at all. That's
for the world, his church, the people that follow him, the people that put their faith in him. And if you haven't done that yet, I have another video at the end of this one.
okay. Yeah, we know. Yeah, where it's you do the same video in every single video. It seems like you have like one video that you promote because you're like, here's how to be a Jesus person, and that's it. That's all your whole mission, I guess. Well, thanks for hanging out, y'all. This was a lot of fun. I appreciate all the interaction, even from the people that are weird and dumb, that have to bring up their weird arguments that they don't actually make their arguments. They just say that everything's circular if you don't believe in my God, which is kind of funny to me. But yeah, if you want to support the show, you can support us by supporting our sponsor, AdamandEve.com, and entering that code word Brentley in checkout, or you can do a bunch of other shit, right? You can become a patron, right? And again, I want to thank Bob, patron Bob, right? Who's a new patron. And I did just release a unedited version of a conversation that I had with SR, responding to Charlie Kirk about Christian nationalism, and that this was a Christian nation because of the reasons that Charlie Kirk said. If you want to go take a look at that, the complete unedited version, the only place you're going to be able to find it is on Patreon. So if you want to head there and watch that, that'd be great. But you can also do a one-time payment on Cash App. Our cash tag is Punk Apostate, all one word. You can become a member by pushing that join button. I'd really appreciate, any liking and subscribing that you do if you enjoyed this and everything. And if you want to email me, if I get anything wrong, I'd love to hear from you. So you can email me all your arguments if you want to break it down that way and, do that whole thing, that whole rigmarole or whatever. I don't know how much I'm going to respond to, but if you want to do that, that's fine. But if I get anything wrong, if there's anything that I said that you disagree with or anything like that, or you want to suggest and me to cover other stuff or whatever, just shoot me an email. It's punkapostate@gmail.com. You can also join our Discord and follow me on all the links on all the socials, and it'll all be below. But hey, the main thing, though, is to stay logical, loving, skeptical, and compassionate. And we will see you next time. The devil